My name's Andrew Marshall. I was in the Royal Navy from 1989 until 1995. I joined as an aircraft engineer and mechanic, and the first place you go to is HMS Raleigh, where you complete your basic training, and that gives you an overview of the military and the Navy in general. You will do things like firefighting, basic fitness, bringing you up to the levels that are required to serve in the military. You'll do swimming tests, everything that you need to become a basic military personnel. That lasts about 10 weeks, and if you're successful, you pass out. So there's a parade for you to pass out where your parents or family or friends can come down and watch a big military parade where you receive your basic training pass. Once you've finished there, you'll be able to go to your training establishment, which, depending on what trade you do, it will determine where you'll go. So I was an aircraft engineer, so that meant that I went to HMS Daedalus, which is in Gosport near Portsmouth, a Royal Naval Air Station, and you will go and do your trade training there. So you'll do up to 9 months. If you're successful from that, then you'll be posted firstly to a naval air station, either Yeovilton or, in my case, it was Culdrose down in Cornwall. That's when you go on a second line squadron. So I went on 706 squadron. You do all your training, so that's a training squadron. So the training squadron takes partly trained aircraft engineers, pilots and air crew, and then trains them up to full training spec. So you spend about 6 months on there, you pass your final exams of the required standard, and then from there you get drafted onto your frontline squadrons, which deploy on operations worldwide. So you work with other NATO allies, the Americans, the French, etc. So we would deploy with them on land as well. So we would deploy across Europe and the Mediterranean or wherever was needed. So I was on there for about 2 years, 2.5 years, and then when I came off there, you come back on the second line squadron. So you come back based just in your air station. So I joined the site security group, which to all intents and purposes means that you become a soldier for 12 months where you provide security for the airfield. Did about a year on there and then came off and joined the deep maintenance group, so which is where you strip down an aircraft to its skeleton and then fix everything and then rebuild it to go back out on the front line squadrons. So I left the Royal Navy in 1995. When you leave, you still have 3 years where you're in reserve service, so you could be called back in at any time. I didn't get called back in, so I just seen out my 3 years. In the meantime, I was working just in a civilian job. I did engineering to start with when I came out. After that, I set up a financial advisors company, which I ran for 20 years. In 2008 I started experiencing problems with my business because of the economic downturn. This led to us an over-reliance on alcohol, and from that point life spiralled away a little bit. I got some help from an organisation called Moffatt, which is an ex-forces charity, and that stands for Soldiers, Sailors and Air Force Families Association, and they did a fantastic job helping us. I'm now a caseworker with them, where I help with the veterans who are experiencing difficulties. One of the things I did a sponsored drive around the coastline of the UK and raised £5,000 for SAFA organisation. And so I help with different ex-forces charities now. There's one in South Tyneside called Naffy Break, where I help out, and there's also, I go to a veteran surf club, which is called Sea Company, and I'm currently raising some funds for them because they're all donation based, and I find it helps with myself, with my mental health, because I'm helping others, and I enjoy doing that. I enjoy surfing, so I enjoy helping other people, and it's nice to help veterans who've served their country and given their time to do that. So that's where I am at the minute with that.